hiyo.
Acha tumekaribia.
We talked about it.
We talked about
Alafu unaingia online unaona kuna msee ushapata hiyo wazi.
Ni kama wewe kwenye kuna titles
na kuna watu wako tu home. What's up, y'all? It's Silantoi Melita
and Apondi Cece, and this is the Young Force podcast
where youth issues matter.
And today it's a special edition because we are talking about matters mental health, and we are joined by a special guest. I'll just let him introduce himself.
My name is Jeffa Latmo, counselor by profession, a poet and a farmer.
Wow. Okay. What are you doing, guys?
Mnadu.
Mnadu what?
Titles, my friend.
It's really nice to have you here. Welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Melissa, I think you'll start because
when
do points.
So we are here to talk about mental health because I feel like it's a broad aspect with youth, and inakwanga topic watu wanajua yes about mental health, but I don't think we have like the information ama the right information.
Yeah, say kuna misconceptions because for example naweza sema niko stressed but in real sense niko na depression, unaona? Ama niko na anxiety ama the other way around, unaona? So I think kuna a lot of misconceptions, so we need some clarity. And we are hoping you can give us that clarity.
I'll try. Ndio kila mtu get the difference na kila mtu understand what actually is happening in their lives. So basically stress is part of life. So there's good stress and there's bad stress. So depending on how you perceive it. Because you waking up in the morning going to work and you don't want, that's stressful. But it's good stress. It's something that's forcing you to get a livelihood. But kuna ile stress here, you haven't how do I put it? You have met a deadline. And there are consequences coming after because of not meeting the deadline. So whatever you feel afterward is stress, but it's not good stress. And by that there is fear, and fear brings about anxiety. So you have panic issues, and too much of that leads to depression.
So it has to be like too much of that.
Too much of stress, too much of negative stress leads to depression.
So it's like a process. There's stress, and then there's anxiety, and then there's depression.
So if you don't deal with it, it keeps piling up. So the piling up, the end of it all, you get depressed.
But let me just ask, I know we're going to be all over the place with anxiety, stress and depression at the same time. But let me just ask, because unaweza jipata kwa situation, maybe for example, I'll use myself as an example. You're sick, unaona, maybe or maybe you've been told you have to deal with a health issue, and then you feel you go into your cocoon or something like that. Is that stress? Is that anxiety? Or is that depression?
That is stress.
Okay.
So because you've gone to your cocoon, but if you don't come out and if you're staying there for long, it leads to depression. That's where you feel sad, you feel lonely, you don't feel like interacting with people. You close yourself in your room, you don't want to wake up, take a bath, you don't want to feed. Life is meaningless basically, because you've been overwhelmed by what initially had been stress, now has developed into depression because now you're feeling lonely. There's nothing motivating you or giving you psych to do something else. So basically you feeling sad, lonely, losing interest in things that were actually interesting you or things you enjoyed. You've been overwhelmed by the depression thing. Yeah. Okay. And that happens because, for example, as youth, we are faced by a lot simply because of a lot of pressure kwa social media.
Yes.
Pressure to achieve.
Yeah,
young,
make it.
Yeah, to get a first million to 20. We shall get it.
We talked about it.
We even talked about
unaingia online unaona msee ushapata hiyo
mazi. Nika wewe kwenye kuna titles
na kuna watu wako tu home. Anashanga what's next,
my friend, titles.
Titles unaweza jukati.
I know. You know, titles kila mtu anaweza come up na I'm a professional photographer nini hizo zote unachocha. Sasa you see the issue with the youth is unaweza kuwa na hizo titles because you've also gone to school. You see, so uko na hizo like degree and everything, but sasa kakitu ndio kana
friend.
Sasa hapo you're stressing
na kitu una kakitu kuonyesha titles.
My friend. And I feel like youth tuko nayo shida generally as a nation because unaweza kumefika 25, you have so many titles, education, everything, but hauna job because there's unemployment issues in the country. So cause ile za sai yote ilikuwa ya nini unaona, so unaanza kuwa like stressed and then anxiety hizo zote zina build up.
Yeah. Can you, for me naweza taka maybe a clear definition of, or rather signs of, okay, stress tunajua stress ni normal. Stress ukiwa stressed, of course una panic, unafanya vitu rationally, you maybe even not doing things the way you usually do. Maybe mimi msema ku multitask. Niko hapa na hapa but something will kana pika na tuseme napika and maybe I'm washing and maybe nimekelea kitu kwa moto, something will burn, like because my mind is not there. That's maybe niko stress, maybe I'm thinking about something. But then
I think you're multitask. You're multitasking.
No, kuna msemo mwenye amezoea ku multitask na atafanya vitu tu okay. Okay, let me just give you Africans, kila msee anajua nduma nini. Umekelea nduma kwa moto na unapika somewhere and it's easy for you on a normal day. Hizo nduma zitaungua but maybe on that day unaona, ama maybe let me a simple example, uko job and you're doing something and your mind is not there. Of course you take this out. So probably you're stressed about something. So no. But then there's anxiety and then kuna depression. Anxiety inakaje na depression inakaje?
Anxiety basically ni fear. You're fearing something bad or good to happen. Like I'll give an example of myself. Actually every artist anakwanga nayo na kama ana I think
the
artist promax. Like every time you go to stage, kuna hiyo anxiety, kuna hiyo fear that you feel because you don't know how the crowd will receive you. What will they say about you? If you'll forget your lines for those who rap or do poetry. So there's that. So basically nakuja na fear. And trembling. Unasikia ni kama tumbo yako umeshiba or all of a sudden unataka kwenda washroom. You get. So hiyo inakuwa a sign of good anxiety that we usually feel when we are anticipating to do something or something to happen. But now kuna wale inaenda over
natural.
Kuna wale unaenda over tiba. Umse ana shake literally. Umse aizi anakuwa na difficulty in breathing. Umse haizi move. Ako too transfixed in one place. And sasa hiyo ndio inakuwa more of panic attacks. So hiyo ndio inakuwa serious na the good thing is kunaweza kuitreat and one of the best ways mimi nimekuja kulearn ni there's a 3-3 rule, anxiety rule. So anytime you're like that, you try name three things around you. After that, name or mention 3 sounds that you can hear, and try name 3 body parts zenye una feel ama zenye unajua uko nayo. with that it helps you calm down. And actually there's this kind of lame, but it works. The breathing in and out.
Yeah, it works.
It does.
Yeah,
it does.
Does magical work. So you could breathe in and out in a help big time. And if you take time and focus on your breath, unapata, you actually calm down and feel normal again, and you're able to think straight. Because anytime you're anxious, your mind is racing actually. So you don't get to think straight, panic and stuff like that. And drinking water.
Kunyweni maji. Kunyweni maji. Stay hydrated. Stay hydrated.
So drinking water after umefanya hizo zote, drinking water, it helps you actually focus more.
What about depression? Like that's anxiety. What about depression? What are some of the signs? Especially kwanza nataka kujua cause in our era, social media. How many tulisikia tu juzi, I don't know, a model was it in 2020 and commit suicide. Social media, she was okay. She looked okay, she looked fine. She was with a few friends and they were like she was okay. And then someone just commits suicide. I also know a friend of a friend who was okay. He was doing well business wise. Hakuna mtu mwenye alikuwa anajua what the issue is. And then they just woke up one day and the guy committed suicide. Kila mtu anaulizana what happened. Hakuna mtu mwenye anajua what happened or what was wrong with them. So maybe just tell us, because it's confusing sai kwa hii era ya social media such that I'd post a picture, I'm smiling, but deep down I'm dying. So
and also it's the thing with depression, it's lonely. Like una battle on your own. No one else knows. So like, okay, the thing is, when you know you are depressed, you seek for help.
So nikianza na Melita, I don't think we need to get to the point of actually feeling depressed to seek help. The moment unakuwa na anything that is stressing you, I think the best thing to do is to look for someone you trust, someone you can count on, and actually share. The talking that we're doing right now. It's one of the best medicines that you can have, apart from when it's advanced, kutumia maybe the likes of Adderall and stuff like that. Because talk is free and it's actually cheap.
And we both know in this country, for therapy. Hapo ni ngori. For therapy, so just talk to someone.
So like holistically, let me just say, we in our generation, like the generation we are in, we're not intimate in our talks. We don't have someone we can have an intimate talk with. So the moment I post a good picture and many people like it, but you don't know what I went through to look this great behind the scene picture that you see. That's you get, maybe it's fake because maybe it's because of the camera. Kama hapa, like the lights are amazing, so I can pose here, but tukitoka hapa, see life inaendelea. So there are beings waiting, vitu kama hizo. So we don't get to have that type of conversations with our peers. And if we do, we are not on the same level.
Not even that. I think small talks. It's not even about small talks. When we do, even when someone is telling you about their situation, you may notice one thing, they joke about it. They bring it out as a joke. Atakwambia, by the way nimekuwa down. Manze nimekuwa down. Alafu weke emoji ya kucheka. Unajua
ama seme lakini si ni life tu.
I know.
Si ni life.
I know.
Alafu most of them zinasema after to show overcome. So inakuwa success story. Sasa what about wale wenye hawataki make it or wako kwa hiyo lack of a better word, deep shit. Okay. So I think kupata that valued conversation, heart to heart conversation, talking our issues out, getting someone to listen to what we are actually undergoing, the pressures zinatukumba, and someone telling you it's okay, these pressures are part of life, and it's okay, I'll walk with you. Hizo ndio hatuna. So we take that to social media.
hata vile tu umesema sahi like mtu akwambie it's okay nini also Africa setting ama because we are blacks,
the culture thing,
like ukianza kuongea tu a deep conversation mtu anaona tu uko weak like zile
exactly.
So surely you see life too.
Let me tell you a joke. So when I was in school nilikuwa doing psychology. So unapata na msee like my peers when maybe tulikuwa high school now like wamejoin uni also. And tunapatana. So like, Jeff, what are you doing? Yo, me I'm doing psychology. Unaweza soma akili yangu sasa. Hebu nishoki tunafikiria. You get. So utapata job wapi?
Imagine negativity too from the start of the conversation.
Yes, that's one way to look at it, but me na feel maybe I know your knowledge. You get.
By the way.
Because for me, hata nikienda kufanya psychology, I did it because I wanted to understand why like people make the decisions they make, why they do the things they do, what motivates them. So sometimes the knowledge that atuna because we don't know what to do about something, about a certain situation. Now there's no one willing to talk about it to us, ama teachers, ama work with us. So inakuwa tuna direct your energy yote to something else. It might be girls, it might be boys, it might be alcohol, it might be weed. Hizo vitu tu zenye zina destructive ways that seem constructive to us for a short lifespan. So tukidirect hapo unapata we are lost. So we actually piling problems over problems because I think if you drink alcohol to get over something, maybe a heartbreak. Unapata maybe alcohol inaponesha msemo mwingine huyu msichana kuvunja heart. Kipromax.
Sasa character development
inakuwa promax. So you get unapile over instead of just getting someone manze nilivunjwa roho and this is how
na watu watakuwa na fun.
But me I'll go back to African setting when you Mela amesema. We also have this thing as Africans hata tusiende mbali tukitoka African to ileta to squeeze Kenyans. My friend will say you are heartbroken. My heart goes to the male guys, like
boy
to the boy child.
Hataezi ongea man.
Manze hata msee manze mimi dem nilimpenda na akia yenivunja alinichapa character development. Kwanza msee anakucheka. That's the first thing.
Bro.
What? Character development. My friend.
Reason vitu za kawaida like ataki uje express, ataki hata kupei chance ya kuja express. So hiyo inakufanya wewe usitake kuja express. So utaileta ka joke ile ya huyo dem hata unapata mtu ana downgrade the other person to look like he's not hurting. You know.
So I think tuna fall victims of our own culture because I think it's vitu zinaletwa na culture and how things were done. But but I'm happy right now we're getting the niche of it and we're learning that it's okay manze for you to cry.
It's okay for
you to express. For you to express yourself, especially for boys. I'm a man because manze kitambo ilikuwa tabu. Mwanaume analiaje.
There is one thing I was told. Okay, it's one thing I heard from IG, a page. Na inasema, but if you have a male figure around you, a brother, a friend, or even your boyfriend or your husband, and they can't cry in front of you, there's a problem. There's a big problem. That means you're not like either they're not too comfortable with you, ama there's something, ama they feel like they have to always prove their money towards you, all the time. But someone who is your friend, especially friends and maybe people like husbands, friends, husband, boyfriend. If you have such people, they should be comfortable enough to actually cry in front of you. Because who should they cry in front of? If you're not their best friend.
Sasa unajua ukiona mtu akilia, maybe it's your husband, the first thing is sasa unalia nini sure.
What is that?
Sasa huyo mtu hatawailia mbele yako hata kwa kenda
na wewe kitu kidogo aseme tu babe hapana unataka kulia unataka kulia.
So I think hatuna hiyo safe space, that safe haven for most people. And the man cave that we usually have, it's a man cave where you go express yourself, but it's not honest, it's not intimate. Because tutaenda hapo manze tunapiga gilbis, tukiendelea kuongea hivyo. But in the real sense we are not talking about the truest stuff that you're feeling. Tuna sugarcoat na a story ama a joke that you get tukitoka hapo tumelewa and because we are parting each other. So it's fine. Alafu tunakuwa the wrong perception ama perspective ya kwa mwanaume. Like you've just said, like men are not supposed to cry.
By the way, what's your take on therapy in general? Like, what do you think about what do you have to tell us about therapy? Because I feel like mtu akisikianga therapy anasikianga tu like mashida. Tunaenda kudiscuss mashida zangu and I have to have like a big issue, maybe vile ulisema we have to take care of stress first nini. So mtu anangoja akwe depressed ama ufikio stage ya mwisho ndio sasa uanze kuseek therapy. So what's your thoughts?
So first of all, naweza sema wakisikia therapy wanadhani ni hasa michizi. Like, hey, we're tukapeleka madhari because that's meant for people who are not sane. But basically therapy is a good thing where we go and talk about anything without any judgment, and the good thing is there's someone to listen to you. So but wase hataki kupite hivyo. People don't want to open up, maybe because of our culture or how we've been brought up. But therapy is basically talking to someone who is certified to listen to you, and there's confidentiality between you guys, and you're able to share anything and everything that you're feeling, you're thinking, you've gone through, how it has affected you, and by that, when you share, you feel relieved. So basically therapy is talking.
Now watu sema pia like therapy, why should I go to someone who doesn't know me na ni stranger and then anakuambia vile utadeal na issues zako?
Mimi hata sima issue na hiyo, issue ni nalipa pesa niongele. Si niende kwa mtu niongeleshe stranger basi. So what is like, I want to know what is the difference? Umesema you just go there and you're talking to someone. So this is a complete stranger, simjui. And that's the best part. Because umse ata kujudge in anyway. Hata kujudge, you don't know me, so it's fine. Judge me all you want, you know. But then the problem is first nalipia. So what is the essence of me paying? Because it's costly. Therapy is costly. Like, let's call a spade a spade. Therapy is costly. So what is the importance of me going to a professional? Like for you, you're a counselor. What is the importance of me coming to you as a counselor? Not just going to any stranger and just saying, hey, bro, me something and this happened to me. What is the essence?
So I'm not sure how to buy kitu online. From the main store tuseme Adidas, you get the difference. From the regional store Adidas alafu kabai
from another store.
So this unaelewa different. So the reason I strong under for to a professional, it's because uko assured of whatever you're going to speak is very confidential, and that's the bit where him or she not knowing you inakuja in a very helpful way, because atakusikiza, hatakujudge na atakusaidia in whatever you are dealing with from a professional point of view. Because you can talk to me, I have friends. Galesha alafu ananishowe
where I know where you unajina a lot bro, unajina a lot.
But you get, when you go to this person, to a counselor, to a therapist, you get that there's more than where. There's help. Kuna assistance, kuna hiyo walk, like you don't feel alone. As much as you're talking from a point where you feel like weight is being lifted off your shoulders. And the aspect of being expensive or costly is because basically hata umse ameenda shule and whatever he or she is offering is something very fundamental in life, because I feel like we have twisted priorities. We are so busy being stable financially, being stable physically. We're willing to pay for that online class to get that financial aspect. We're willing to go to the gym. We're willing to do yoga. But we're not totally forgetting
our mental health.
And this is where like the how is it called? The center point of life. Because if you are fit mentally, it means all these other aspects will fall in place. But now, tuna focus on other. I feel like there are branches, but also the main thing. So, your twist in priorities, it's affecting us. And the good thing is, because now there has been an alarming rate here. Wase commit suicide. Wase kuwa depressed. And now, like the government has taken a role of offering free therapy. If you go to Kenyatta National Hospital, there's a section where for the mental health section for the youth, where they actually offer free counseling. But sasa shida ni hakuna watu wa kuenda.
I know. Yeah, because it was actually the question I wanted to ask, because I wanted to ask for someone like me, mi ndo nimeanza, mi na Mel. We've just started. Uwezi niambia nitatoa kituka. Let's just say for example, let's say on the minimum sema to 10k. Uwezi sema nitatoa 10k kwa 30k salary yangu niende for mental. Yeah, I might be very fucked up, but itakuwa mbaya, but it's good you brought that up.
Alafu, it's not that costly as we think. Because you don't have to like, for 10,000, I bet those are like, depending on where you're going, those are like 5 sessions. Sometimes you don't have such issues for 5 sessions. Maybe you've lost someone and you're grieving, or you've been grieving but you haven't gotten over it. So depending on how you're coping it, how you're dealing with it, you need to talk to a counselor, maybe 2 sessions. And that's part of self-care. I'm pretty sure everyone akipata salary, there's that bit where you say nambie mwili asante. And now this mwili asante should be for the mental part of it. Because if you treat it well, I'm pretty sure you'll be served so well. So basically a session ranges from 1,000, 1,500 to maybe 10, depending on the different firms that are offering counseling. And you can work with your budget and actually get help. Because your mental health is very core to your well-being. And also, Maze, try to be positive, because coming up, like growing up, we are mostly conditioned to accept and know. So accepting a yes seems like something outrageous. Like we are kila time, it's like bringing up a kiddo. So my aunt has a small kid. Now every time anaenda kuguza mali unasikia no, don't do that. Mtu amegrow akisikia no. By the time anaambiwa yes,
it's a new word. They don't even know.
And yes is for positivity. Everything in your life ikikuwa yes, I think life inakuwa easier. And also ina change when you unaangalianga problems. Because we know that life is full of stress. And that's what makes up life. So every time, for those people who pray, they are praying, is stress it talk. Wale wenye hawaombi, they are working so hard, is stress it talk. But it's not supposed to go. You're actually supposed to enjoy that stress, because that's the journey, that's the beauty of it. So the moment unakuwa na hiyo mind shift, ina bring easiness to your life. Like there's a friend of mine who lost her phone, and he was like, yo Jeff, I've lost her phone. And I was like, yo, hey, that's a good thing, bro.
Bruh.
You know why?
What do you mean, why?
Because maybe that's another chance to get a better phone that you've been wishing for. Now we say mwenye ameiba, it's not a good thing according to the society, but itamsaidia.
True.
So indirect umesaidia umse. Ni venye tu hajakaa.
I think aungewahi buy phone nyingine.
Exactly.
Kama ingeibiwa.
Alafu ukibuy phone nyingine utabuy na zile specs utakuwa unataka. Kama zile specs utakuwa unasema my next phone itakuwa ina reduce process and my next imekuwa very short, so you need to
but such then you to save till
you'll be motivated to work towards that.
Oh my god.
You get like so having that kind of perception or mindset, it's weird to the society, but it's positive. The life inakuwa very easy.
I think inakuwa easier because unajua phone ikibwa the first thing pack. Sasa hii ni nini? Ati sasa unaanza
kwanza crash kipo ameanza kukutia.
Umerudi 2.0
2.0 unatafuta kabambe.
Alafu pia
una social media for how many
which is a good thing manze.
It is.
Manze una hiyo because right now we go to social media kuna competition iko wapi?
I feel like times zenye miu poteza phone as much as your time imepotea ndio inakuwa frustrating. But I feel like the next days my life is so peaceful because nakuanga na hiyo kakabambe. I was focused na anybody else, like na focus tu na communication pekee. Hiyo tu na hiyo ndo reason ya simu,
quality communication.
So I'm not checking out for anybody nini. It is always so peaceful. Like me ujipata peaceful time nimebiwa simu. Like sasa nikiendelea but hiyo siku na siku dangani.
Of course utalia mpaka the next day.
Mwili yake na try to adjust. But na feeling that's the time, like time ya shida ndio tuna realize who is actually our family, who is actually a friend, because ukiona hiyo kabambe msi atakukall ni ule msee manze lazima akukall na msee umeattach value ama umeattach value to you, so which is a good thing. So tukikuwa na hiyo mind shift ya kuwa positive in life despite of the problems na tukijua, because sometimes tunakaa wase udhani hii life ufai kuteseka. You get? So unapata msee anataka soft life.
Soft life ambassadors.
But there's a process to getting there. Na hata ukipata hapo si soft life.
True.
Whatever you term as soft life itakuwa ime shift to another level. So ni levels too.
Me I'd say quick kwa hiyo there's something you said about us always being told no, and not accepting the fact, like the word yes. Hiyo inaanza, I think inaanza hata from us, just from us, the fact that you just learned no hata kujiambia yes for yourself, just sitting down and saying by the way yes enyewe leo nimeweza. Ni so hard, you need someone else to come and tell you umeweza ndo uamini umeweza, unaget. So I think when you umesema we should really learn to actually say yes to ourselves.
Ama inaweza kuwa yes leo by this sijaweza.
Si ndio? True. Yes by the leo enyewe leo nimefanya leo imekuwa tu a shitty day. Let me just sit down, relax, take a glass of wine. Tomorrow is another day. Tomorrow is another day.
We need to find another day.
So, ama hata example lingine ni tuseme kani auditions ama a job umezoea hadi ile time tuseme ukipata audition alafu tuseme mtu akwambie it's because maybe ulikuwa unajua mtu kwa hiyo nini ama whatever. So people have a reason to why you got it. Aitakuwa
that takes me back.
I performed well.
Imagine it takes me back to my internship. When I got my internship at first, Family Media, I remember I was so excited. Actually, I was so happy because it was my second official interview. Very much like nimefanya interview, got the position. Like I was so happy for myself. And then nika just kuingia kwa industry. Sasa they were like, they usually just take people from this and this and people who do this and this. Let me not say the details, but this and this. And I was like, okay, so siko kwa nimeweza. You know, like I think sometimes just close hizo doors zote and celebrate when you can celebrate. Also pay acknowledge kama umefanya mistake fanya amesema. Just say no hujafanya mistake, but then also don't be too hard on yourself. I believe me niko guilty of that. Always being too hard on yourself and I think tuliongelea hata never appreciating hizo small wins. I think the more you appreciate the small wins, the better it gets. Unaona? So
and also hata vile umesema someone else told you. Me I feel like hata wewe unaweza jiambia, because when the first time I got the job that I have now, so umefanya interview 1 ukapita interview 2 And then sa ukiingia huko ndani unaanza kusikia huko by the way you have to know someone in here kuandike jina nini. So mind yangu ikashift as much as nilipita hizo interview I think ni juu best yangu aliniandikia ndo maana niko hapa. So mind yangu imesha program. That's the only reason.
And I think that's the main reason why people like work in the interview they fear. Because they are so afraid kama watachukuliwa that wakichukuliwa inakaa it's fishy. But mimi kitu naweza encourage my fellow youth kama sisi ni manze to try to go positive. Alafu here's a funny thing. You know how long a hare or rabbit the lifetime a rabbit ama hare? I think inakwanga ikienda sana ni 2 years. I'm not sure. But now there's a tortoise. Wazio kitu ishi.
Lifespan is like crazy.
I think I need to confirm here. But it stays for long. But now look at their speed in life.
Oh true.
Yeah.
Maze hare inaruka iko na pupa kuliko hata fali. That's a joke. but maze tortoise iko hapo slow motion. So I think sometimes you need to learn to take a day at a time.
Yeah.
Tusikwe na pupa. Sometimes unaonekana tuna fight so hard kuachieve that hata tukiachieve to celebrate like the small wins you're talking. Mbio. Unataka kuwe na followers 1 million ukifika 1 million.
Sasa 1 million.
Sasa ni
unapata Cristiano ako na phone.
So unajembe say 1 million surely.
Yeah.
My friend.
But alafu hiyo inafanya tusikue satisfied na what we have, content. So the moment you're not content, you will not appreciate what you have.
Yeah.
So the moment when I lose, you will realize by the way I was somewhere. Na because when I lose inakuwa hard because your perception wazima iko so negative. So unapata you're too much in denial that you can't move to other stages of overcoming grief ama grieving. Hawezi fika acceptance because maze hapa kwa you can't accept what has happened. Na hii inakuwa so much. So mimi naweza sema maze it's high time we learn to take a day at a time.
Yeah.
And know that there's no pressure.
And stop competing.
Hii pressure manze tumechaga skuka na tires za gari.
I don't think as a issue ni compete. I think issue ni comparison.
It's an issue
comparison.
See, like that's the thing because when you unaona social media there's a competition ama tu in life achana tena social media. Seme mimi nikiwa na maybe a job ama tuseme nilikuwa content tu but jumaona rafiki yangu amepromotiwa tuseme to a higher level. Sasa nataka cause normally kama singejua amepromotiwa ningekuwa tu sawa. But the moment nimesikia amepromote sasa I want to like compete nifike pia mimi hapo ama nikwe higher ndio feel ni kama uko sawa. But ulikuwa tu sawa before knowing.
Alafu challenge inakuwa if maybe you school with this friend of yours alafu mko same age alafu mzee ametoka shule umetoka same time alafu amepata a well paying job wewe bado una struggle.
Hata menda mbali
it's low-key competition.
Kaini tu chini just the three of us hata ukikaa chini tu in a normal setting just ukikaa tu chini uangalie high school mates wako ama hata tumeenda mbali campus everyone is on a different level. Utapata kuna mwingine mwenye ana drive, kuna mwingine anaishi kwa nyumba sijui huko hapo pia huko na.
But the thing is as much as they have that hawezi kataa that you also want that. So that's what I'm saying, like as much as uko forced kwa content, unajua kuna ile content yenye it's for you, you are content but kuna ile uko forced to cause out a doju una hiyo gari. So what
you umejabia you are kwa humble. You are humble. But there's another thing. If you set your goals right and work towards them, I think hizi vitu zingine zinaka distraction. Imagine say distraction because if ulikuwa unataka kuamka 6 leo na umeamka 5:50 mazi you've achieved for you because that's your goal, that's what you had set as a target. No may achieve. You should celebrate because of that. And the good thing is because you may achieve, it means you'll go to the next thing. You'll go to the next goal. There's this example was given by someone I was listening last night. Alisema, the most you can do with a car is actually drive. It doesn't matter kama ni Ferrari, ama Porsche, ama Range, ama ni Lexus, ama ni Mitsubishi. The most you can do with it is just drive. So it doesn't matter what you have, ama what car you have, ama inakaa aje, kama inaweza fly. Point ni kwanza fly na kwa ndege. But the most you can do with the car is just drive. So the moment una realize hivyo, I think inakuwa easy kuona hizi pressure tunajiwekea ni unnecessary. Wacha tuachane hizo pressure and focus on the main thing. And have a straightforward priority. Because tuna focus on things zenye hata has make sense. So umeachieve gari alafu you just drive it. I change how una breathe. I change venye utakula. I change venye unalala.
That brings me kidogo too. There's this issue yenye I think when you umesema competition, but then inakuwa very toxic. Unaona, for example, nimeona Mel ameget gari. Mimi najua vizuri salo yangu. Maybe nimesave na naweza get gari. The same and even maybe better. But then najua salo yangu haita manage kunini fuel. Unaona, so I'm struggling. Niko na stress. But because I want to be on the same standards na Mel and every other crew of ours, I'm just going to buy the Range. Unaona? So like kuna issue. We have, and it's the same thing on social media. Unataka umse just because you've seen this person amefika hii level. Unajeka unajona strain. You know you're straining yourself, but you're doing that just because you want to.
Maybe Mel ana connection na bila gari ameletwa gari.
I'll how
when is your birthday? Unasema mwaku.
Okay, baby girl.
Maybe ni kama blessers.
Maybe ako connected, you get. But we don't realize that journey zetu ni different. As much as maybe tunaishi in the same house, we are born of the same mother, it doesn't mean that we'll go to the right direction.
Hata mkiwa twins.
Hata twins. The moment hata wanasemanga tu at the palm of your hand. Hata mkiwa twins, the palm will never be same.
True story.
Inamaanisha your journey, they'll never be the same.
Pretty different.
Hata ni wote mkiwa twins, mwenyewe wote mtakuwa models. You can't be the same.
Huyu anaweza kuwa model kienyeji na pike Victoria's Secret. Like it can just go.
After you Victoria, you have to be different. Your journeys will be just totally different.
The other thing people don't realize is the moment you achieve something, you've actually improved the level of stress, ama the type of stress you're getting. So there's this secular artist alisema nataka shida za kidosi. So which are more complex and more demanding and means less peace.
True. But hakuna mtu ataka kusikia hiyo.
Hakuna.
Watu wanasema acha kwanza tupate hiyo do alafu
tutajua stress.
Actually mimi inanibother that wasema na work so hard at your walali in the name of achieving. Una achieve nini? Like it's funny, your death is a breath away. But you are pretty here struggling but like enjoying where you are as you move on forward. So una struggle, like you don't sleep enough. So unakuwa na other insomnia diseases, unaanza kutumia lots of caffeine, which ni other stresses which affect your health in the name of achieving. Na at the end of it all ukiangalia hakuna kitu umeachieve. Na kama umeachieve more problems, which is a good thing. But a bad thing which you will have to deal with them more. So I tend to differ. Na say wanasema don't sleep. Again, dreams.
You'll sleep when you're dead. Kuna wale you'll sleep when you're dead.
So what's the point of living that if I can't enjoy what I have?
Zinasonga motivation. This inspirational videos usually say, okay, I don't know, a billionaire sleeps for anamka 5 yana analala sijui 12 money 1 anamka 5 and you're like unalala nini. But then let me just ask you a question. Unataka niamke 5 ni do nini?
Exactly.
Sina job niko na podcast. Sina job, unataka niamke 5 niende.
Unajua umefika hiyo 3 na kuna kitu
the
reason
Australia wanasema they sleep for less, it's because they have
something to do.
My friend uko hapo mazi unafaa kuandika poetry yako, unafaa kufanya
I think pia game plan is important na strategy. I feel like life youth saa zingine how get your motivation aziko relatable because hata kama hauna game plan, hauna strategies in life, hauna vitu una work on, hata ukiamka 12 haikusaidii.
There's nothing. Utamka 12 na utaingia IG na utascroll mpaka 6. There's nothing.
So I think that's why we go back to the basics.
Yeah.
Set to goals zako to achieve. What are you doing currently with what you have? Yeah. What are you good at? Focus on what you're good at. What are you struggling? Kama una struggle na kitu, yes, try to improve, but usifocus huko sana pia. Because you've accepted. Manze, mimi na kuamka I can.
At a weekend.
Mimi tuseme na kukimbia I can't. So what can I do with
exactly.
it? Wacha nifanyange comment whatever. This is called. Like updates za wase wanakimbia instead of me running. That's a problem. You've changed, you've looked at it in a different perspective because you've accepted. The first thing is to accept mali tuko ama what is happening in our lives. If tungekuwa tuna accept mazinge kwa so easy, ungekuwa unasikia msea na umana chest juu ya heart break.
Umekataa kuamini umeachwa.
So acceptance is very important. But don't get it twisted also. Unaweza accept because you're lazy.
Yeah.
So una accept, but it's because you don't want to put in the work. You accept everything. You have to put in the work so that you change where you are. Just because wase mostly narcissists who whatever, right? Narcissists ni hawa say they are so self-centered. Na wakionewa they flip the coin, wanasema hawa si ndio wana shida, hawa si wanaonea ndio wana shida, but the real thing ni msedi ana shida, but he or she is not willing to change. Hataki kuona beyond the end. Hataki ku make any sacrifices ku change venye anafanya msee mwingine afeel because of so self-centered. Pia hiyo so na feel ni acceptance ya laziness. You don't want to change.
So me, what I'm taking from you as a counselor is life kuna balance.
This life
so,
must balance.
Lazima balance. Kuna unajipenda, yes, but then don't unajipenda sana unakuwa
so self-centered.
So self-centered. And then it's just that's a different thing. They're not the same. So I think kuna balance. And then always, for example, sai najua maybe niko na situation yenye niko aina haja niamke 5 na najua hiyo 5 hakuna kitu nitafanya. Heri niamke 7, nijue 7 maybe I go for a run. And then I come back, shower, then I can do my activities of the day. Rather than niamke 5. Unaona, like umejua uko wapi, umeaccept uko wapi, and then now you can balance. Unaona?
Yeah. We don't take care of ourselves, like the self-care bit of it. Self-care unadhani ni manzi nimeoga. Nanukia fiti.
Period.
Makeup for those who do makeup. Umevaa fiti. But there's self-care, that's the physical self-care. There's the mental self-care. What makes you happy? Focus on that. If it's going for a run, manze, reduce the stress hormones, because it does. If it's unajipeleka tu out. Jibaie food. Before we expect mwingine adeliver. You can't give what you don't have. So if you're expecting love, first love yourself, because you'll have plenty of it to give. Check on your friends. Check on your family. Awezi, because in this life, generally, how we are made as human, we have, I think, 5 needs. And one of the needs is a sense of belonging. We all need a sense of belonging. As much as you say, my life, my choice, wherever, there's, at the end of the day, tunataka tuende mahali mseto of the air. It's been a long day.
I know.
Come here. You get a hug. You get a sense of belonging. So if you're not taking care of your family, you're not checking up on your family, inamaanisha there's somewhere you'll be missing the point. Hauko happy, you're not attached to someone. And that's why true friends are very necessary and important, because they get to hold you down when you're down. They get to lift you up and keep lifting you up when you're working on something. Now, sometimes we don't have that, and that's why we're lacking the intimate talk that we can have. Genuine people who can give us genuine feedback, as much as it's very painful sometimes. But then mtu anakuja hapa kwambia, man, mimi hiyo podcast yako
haiwezi.
Msee kwa hivyo, na maybe akupatie
reasons exactly.
Itakuuma, but ni kweli. You get, akwambia, yo, you're doing a podcast, but here you can improve.
Yeah.
You get how
I feel like I'm good in accept like
positive criticism,
views za mtu mwingine, hata kama ni positive ama hata kama ni negative, cause huwezi expect kila mtu ana feel what you're doing ama ana like what you're doing. But my thing is with that, pia you have to accept the fact that despite your opinion ama view, I have to push. Like I still have to do it.
Because sana kutaki grow. And that's why I'm so willing kukupatia the honest opinion. Kutoka because if you take every opinion from someone, manzo utaenda up depressed.
Utafunga tu podcast twende nyumbani.
Hata si podcast, but in other matters of life. Utakuwa depressed, utakuwa hapa tunapelekwa therapy. Bado wakupatia opinions about therapy, another stress. So
true,
by the way, before I forget, me, I feel like, you know, as a human being, you know, as much as you as a counselor, it's easier to talk to you because your judgment aspect haiko sana. And I feel like shida ya acha tu niseme human being cerebral. Okay, so the thing is, seme naelezea Stacy my own problems. So badala ya kusikiza na like just listen, just listen, acha kuongea sana. Mtu anakachota kwambia hata mimi niko na shida, like anaanza kuleta,
it's like you're comparing problems.
Sasa ni kama anaona hiyo yako sio shida. So niko zile za seme, for example, she doesn't have a job. Na mimi namwambia uko penye niko manzeni, stressful. So even ndio watu
kwanza uko na job
ku suicide na watu wanashanga huyu si alikuwa sawa.
Vumilia my friend.
So you see the moment ashaniambia at least uko ishani shut down. So hata siwezi explain further, siwezi endelea cause already my problem is not validated. Haina point, so mimi nakana stress
yako. So unapata maybe ukilikuwa job now, maybe una experience sexual harassment.
Vitu major.
Anasema because uko na job you should
period.
Hapo. So unapata unaona the end solution ni killing yourself, which is not supposed to be the way by the way. And that's a bit sad. As much as it's natural, we tend to give opinions even
so
where we
much.
don't. We are not supposed to give opinions.
I'ma just learn to not to be just shut up. No ngoje mtu amalize kuongea. Like I have that. I feel like in my other life I could have studied for psychology because I'm so interested in hizo just conversations na kusikiza mtu akiongea ama sema ukinikujia nimefanya hii kitu mbaya, I'm not so quick to say surely judge me because ama hata kama si ku compare, sema an elder, sema a parent ama nini, ukimwambia shida na shanga sasa wewe una stressika nini mtoto mdogo,
kwani unaulizwa uko na stress gani na
like
they don't have responsibility.
They don't get that kila mtu ana life yake na kila mtu ana struggle yake. But the other thing mimi I'll urge everyone to do is actually take time and learn themselves. Because we don't know what we want because we don't know who we are. So unapata uko nje trying to, everything is pleasing you, but you don't know for how long it will please you because you don't know what you want yourself. So the moment you take time to learn who we are, what we like, what we believe, question everything about yourself. Like for now, male inamaanisha nini? Why you called male? Like what's the significance of that? Most people don't know that. And here bring confusion. Like what on a lack clarity. So you don't get to know what triggers you. Unaona tu na jam. Mtu amekuja tu amekujamisha. mtu amevaa sijui aje hata ujui mbona anakujamisha. Maybe mse alikuhat ukiwa mdogo. Alikuwa na resemble huyo mse, but you can't tell because you haven't done that research or gone deep into finding out who you are. Sometimes una believe vitu hata make sense. So unashindwa mbona na struggle na wase wengine. Mse akinipatia different opinion about a certain aspect. I can't take it. I can't stand it. And I feel because of that, it's gonna lead to other bigger problems that you can't accept someone from another tribe. So you are so tribal, but you don't understand why. You are so chauvinistic about female ama male, but you don't understand why. Because you take time to learn and question everything that we believe or everything that makes us up. So kama hiyo aspect umesema ya mzazi look down upon mtoi ni mdogo ana responsibility. So unapata mtoi hata haizi kuwa whole because mzazi wake ashamuona kama aspect aja meet aspect ya life and other aspect of life, but we fail to realize hata mtoi ana life yake kwa hiyo capacity yuko na kuna challenges in that capacity. So mzazi yeye ameona challenges za life zinaanza ukishapata mtu
ukisha grow up.
So mtu ana grow up na hiyo mindset which later ina corrupt maybe when atakuwa parent ama parent watu wake venye atarelate na watu wengine.
Okay, so guys, I feel like we have covered a lot. And I feel like I've learned a lot kwa hii episode and understood better about mental health and how to take care of, your mental health. And I'm happy that we've had this episode because kuna vitu mingi zenye you think you know but you don't. So it's always good also to understand from someone who is better at it, because saa zingine watu watakangi ku unlearn things. You just want to ile information niko nayo ndio niko nayo,
Actually people are so is it receptive? Like rigid. Rigid to change. Umezoea kiti ka hivi. The moment unaambiwa by the kiti inaweza turn, uko in a better perception ya perspective ya kuona TV or something. Wasi hawataki hivyo because they're used to that change na wanaona ukibring about your disruption, it's like hurting their comfort. And that's why wasi struggle sana na hiyo story ya change na how they perceive things.
What's your parting shot?
Mimi naweza tu sema we've learned quite a lot. I hope you're at home you've learned a lot, because personally I've learned a lot. Thank you so much. Because what I'm taking home personally is go back. I'd say go back to the roots and learn yourself. I think I've said this before.
I feel like all
episodes this before and I'll say it again. But go back to the child you and actually evaluate. I think that's the best person who can actually remind you who you are. So go back to the child you and evaluate her or him, and then just come back to the table and set your goals. But otherwise tupeleke tu life pole pole venye inafaa kukaa. Kila msee uko na path yake ya kwenda, and I believe we'll reach there as long as you put in the work.
For me, I think I'll actually echo what you just said, because I feel like everyone has a mild PTSD, because things happened when they were young, but now time has changed, seasons, centuries. So whatever challenges tuko nazo hapa, they're actually attached to our younger selves, but we don't realize that. So let's take time to actually learn every bit of ourselves, because by learning yourself you'll be able to know what you want in every aspect. Hautakuwa na pressure zingine. You'll know it's okay for a man to have one girlfriend for life. So and thank you guys for having me. I feel like this is really a force. As much as you call it young, I don't think it's
young. It's growing. It's gonna grow.
It's too much, and it's growing. Thanks for having me. I hope people have learned, and follow me. I'm on social media.
Yes. By the way, what's your social media handle? Maybe where can we follow you? Where can we get you? Maybe someone actually wanna make sense na anaweza taka ku reach out.
So do you mean like give up my number?
No, maybe a social media handle. If you're comfortable with your number, okay, and then maybe an email or something. But we'll put it down.
So my social media handles is Jeffer Latimo in all platforms. That's JEFFER.LATIMO.
Sorry for the second name. Sorry.
And by the way, Jeffer means peace.
Oh.
If you're spiritual, it means God's peace.
And
that's why we're having this vibe, this tranquility over here. Yeah. So let's talk, guys, about issues that we're facing. And it's high time that we actually come on strong. So that to reduce easy levels of stress, suicide, watu kuwana for no good reason. You say, what's unawana na God alisha tudedia. It's funny. Like tunatry kudu kazi ya God. Thank you, guys.
Okay then, guys, we're going to end the episode, and thank you for tuning in. Until next time.
Before Mel says until next time, subscribe, like, share, comment. Share, please, and comment. We want your comments. If you'd like to be a guest, just echo a comment. We'll follow up. But thank you so much for always tuning in.
Adios.
Bye.
Bye.
Young Force Podcast.